Number 6. Kitsune. If Loki and a chameleon had a baby, it'd be this thing, the Kitsune, Japan's ultimate shapeshifter and professional identity thief. Smart, sneaky, and way too good at pretending to be human. Legend says they start as ordinary foxes. But the longer they live, the more tails they grow, and each tail is basically an IQ upgrade. 9 tails. Congratulations, you're now a magical being that can cast illusions, summon blue fire, and possibly read minds. There are 2 versions: Zenko, the good fox that brings luck, and Yako, the bad fox that might prank you, or eat your soul. Some anthropologists think the Kitsune myth was just ancient people trying to explain mental illness, or split personalities. Yeah, maybe. But possessed by a fox still sounds way cooler than neurological episode. They even had a word for it, kitsunetsuki, literally fox possession. If your doctor ever diagnoses you with that, congratulations, you've crossed genres. Picture an AI with perfect deepfake skills. It can mimic your voice, text your mom, and steal your life without breaking a sweat. That's the Kitsune centuries before Photoshop. So if your girlfriend suddenly gets prettier, smarter, and unusually nice, good luck, buddy. You're not in love, you're in beta testing. Number 5. Nixie. If Ariel was the Disney version, Nixie is her dark mode update. Still beautiful, still sings. But instead of pulling you into love, she pulls you straight underwater. In old Northern European folklore, Nixie is the spirit of the water, seductive and deadly. The name literally means to wash, except it's not the spa kind of clean. It's the hope you can hold your breath kind. In Germany, she shows up as a stunning mermaid who sings men to their deaths. In Scandinavia, the male version, Nook or Necken, prefers turning into a gorgeous white horse called Beckahesten. People climb on thinking they've found a fairy tale ride. Nope, it's an express ticket to the bottom of the lake. Folklorists say the legend was just a way to scare kids from playing near rivers. Makes sense? But if all you needed was a swimming lesson, why invent a hypnotic water DJ? Truth is, Nixie represents raw emotion, beauty, and danger rolled into one haunting melody. Think The Little Mermaid, directed by Tim Burton. Instead of singing under the sea, she's playing My Immortal on a violin in the fog. Nixie is basically the sad girl autumn playlist with gills. So if you ever hear music by the water and see no one around, walk away. Because in every scary story, the prettiest song is always the last one you'll ever hear. Number 4. Centaur, half man, half horse, and the attitude of a philosophy major running on zero sleep. That's the centaur, the ultimate identity crisis with hooves. In Greek mythology, centaurs represent the eternal fight between logic and instinct. The human half wants wisdom. The horse half wants whiskey. The wild tribe came from Ixion, a king so arrogant, he hooked up with a cloud that looked like Hera. The result, a species of drunk, aggressive horsemen who crashed weddings for fun. Their most famous brawl, the Centauromachy, basically started because they tried to kidnap the bride. Classic. But not all of them were chaos on legs. One exception, Chiron, the wise centaur who taught heroes like Achilles and Jason. When he died, Zeus put him in the stars as Sagittarius, the only mythological creature to get a literal promotion to space. And about that real centaur skeleton found in Volos, Greece, yeah, turned out to be a 1,980 seconds art project by Professor Bill Willers, made from real bones, but 100% museum prank energy. Centaurs in modern fiction, from The Witcher to Harry Potter, are basically the Reddit forums of ancient Greece, opinionated, overconfident, and constantly arguing with humans. Bottom line, if evolution were a jigsaw puzzle, centaurs are what happens when someone hits shuffle all parts. Number 3. Indrik. If the Western unicorn is all grace and glitter, Indrik is the Russian version, bulkier, rougher, and strong enough to register on the Richter scale. In Slavic folklore, the Indrik Zver beast, Indrik is the father of all animals. Described in a medieval text called the Book of the Dove. It's a mashup creature with the body of a bull, the legs of a deer, the head of a horse, and a single massive horn on its snout. Picture a rhino built by a blacksmith with an art degree. It lives alone on a holy mountain where no other beast dares to go. Each time it moves, the ground trembles, but not from rage. Indrik's horn supposedly pierces stone and releases new rivers, turning earthquakes into plumbing. Some scholars think the legend is a memory of a real Ice Age giant, Elasmotherium sibiricum, the Siberian unicorn, a rhino-like beast that lived alongside early humans about 29000 years ago. As for the story saying Indrik lived underground, that probably came from people digging up mammoth fossils and thinking they'd found earth-horned monsters. In reality, they just discovered elephants from hell. So yeah, Indrik is what you get when you mix a rhino, a unicorn, and a tank engine. If it ever existed today, it'd be the final boss of environmental documentaries, one stomp away from forming a canyon. And if the ground ever shakes for no reason, maybe it's not tectonic plates. Maybe Indrik just woke up. Number 2. Huma. You think the eagle stands for freedom, the Huma would laugh and do 3 laps around it. This bird never lands its born lives and dies in midair. Basically the permanent pilot of Persian mythology. According to legend, the Huma, the bird of fortune, is both male and female. Each half has one wing and one leg, and only together can they fly. It represents perfect balance, the yin and yang of the skies. Like the phoenix, it burns itself to ash and rises again every few centuries. But its real power, kingship. If its shadow passes over you, you're blessed for life. If it lands on your head, congratulations, destiny just gave you a crown. Don't get clever and try to catch one. Anyone who kills a Huma says the myth dies within 40 days. Scientists think the story may have started with the bearded vulture Gypaetus barbatus, a real bone-eating bird. It drops bones from hundreds of feet up to crack them open, and bathes in iron-rich dust that turns its feathers fiery red. A blood-red bird that lives on bones and sunlight. Yeah, that'll spark a few legends. If the phoenix is the Marvel hero of mythology, the Huma is the international diplomat. It's on Uzbekistan's coat of arms, and even the logo for Iran Air. An honestly fitting choice. It's the only bird in history that doesn't need a runway. So next time you see a shadow drift across your face, don't panic. Maybe it's just Huma checking in and upgrading your destiny to first class. Number 1. Jörmungandr. This is the serpent that makes every video game boss look like a garden worm. Meet Jörmungandr, the Midgard serpent, the Norse monster that literally hugs the planet. According to Norse mythology, it's the son of Loki and the giantess Angrboda. When Odin heard the prophecy that Loki's kids would end the world, he tossed the serpent into the ocean. Big mistake. Instead of dying, it grew so huge it wrapped around the entire earth and bit its own tail, basically a world-sized Ouroboros. The legend says when it finally lets go, Ragnarok begins. The seas rise, the sky fills with poison, and the earth quakes as Jörmungandr crawls ashore to fight Thor. The thunder god wins barely but takes 9 steps before collapsing from venom. Brutal symmetry. Sounds like myth, right? But from the 1500s to the 1800s, Norwegian fishermen kept reporting sea serpents longer than ships sliding through the waves. Today scientists think they were seeing oarfish Regalecus glesnae, the world's longest bony fish, over 36 feet long with crimson fins that look like a living flame. Nature's own glitch version of a dragon. These days Jörmungandr lives on in pop culture, God of War, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and every gamer's nightmares. Massive, ancient, and deep enough to make your subwoofer shake. And when you feel the ground tremble just a little, maybe it's not tectonic plates. Maybe the world serpent just rolled over in its sleep. And there you have it, the creatures that make you wonder if myths were ever just stories. Each one a reminder that nature has always been the wildest storyteller of them all. Next up, a brand new round in our creature ranking series. Your call: A. Ancient beasts that might still be alive today. B. Extinct species with DNA just rediscovered. C. Fossils that made scientists lose their minds. Type A, B, C, plus your reason in the comments. We'll read every one and feature your pick in the next episode. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned, because here on Beats, lore, science, and legend are about to collide again.